Hello my honeycombs, it's me Azzy, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a very highly requested thumbnail tutorial because, as you guys know, I have thumbnails, so a lot of people ask how I make them, and I guess it's pretty simple, so I'm going to be showing you guys today. And this tutorial is quite easy. I do self-teach myself to make thumbnails and edit and stuff, so some of it might be a little bit different to how others would find it, but for me this is way easier. So yeah, before this video begins, make sure you like, subscribe and hit the bell on the beehive as we're really close to 1k. Let's get into the video. So first of all, I kind of like to get a background. You can get loads of Pinterest, but today I'm just going to be getting one from Tokaboka. And for the thumbnail, I think I'm going to use one from the Watermelon Wave Club, so I'm just going to be screenshotting a background. So I'm going to go over here, and I think this is a really good spot. So you're just going to screenshot that, and you're going to go ahead and crop that so that you can't see the home button or the emotions button or the character button or the video button. So press on done, and then you're going to save that to photos. It might be a bit different if you're not on iPad, but I'm on iPad, so that's how I do it. And you're going to go back now, and this is where we're going to be screenshotting our character. So I don't have the movie studio because I don't really have that many Tokaboka packs, but if you don't have that either, then you can just simply go ahead to a random building. I'm just going to go in the bonsai building because I don't build anything in there really. And I have my green screen here from one of my most recent thumbnails, so I'm going to go ahead and put the characters away. And I do screenshot some items as well to put in the thumbnail. I don't think I will today though, so I'm just going to go put those to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my character, and she's just wearing, she's holding a laptop right now because that's what I want her to be holding in the thumbnail. But again, you can put it different. And make sure you put an emotion on there if you need to or you want to, because it just really displays the thumbnail and stuff. So I'm going to screenshot that, and you're just going to crop it so that it's just your character in the green screen and nothing else. And yeah, now let's head on to my editing where I make all of my thumbnails. So first I'm going to go on to PicsArt because this is where I actually get my thumbnail background details. So I'm just going to be pressing on the plus, and I'm going to be pressing on my background here, and I'm going to press on the one that says sticker, and it should take you to this search area. And what I search is sun ray. I already have it in my recently searched, and it gives you these lines. So whoever told me this is how you get the lines, thank you so much, because I honestly struggled so much in finding them. Now I know where they are, so it makes it a lot easier. And I can bring the opacity down. Like, sometimes I do it a little bit, sometimes I do it a lot. I'm just going to be doing it a little bit. And I'm going to press on apply, and then I'm going to press on sticker again. And I'm going to search up DDG, which brings these camera and thumbnail like little items here. So I just press on the first one because I do use this camera lens thing for my thumbnails. And I just adjust it so that they are on centered, just like so. Also, I'm not the best with the tutorial, so I might be sounding like absolute gibberish right now, but yeah. Okay, once you've done the camera thing, again, you're just going to go ahead and apply that. And that's all I use from PicsArt. So I'm going to press on next, and it will say to get PicsArt Gold, but you just press the X, and then it says save. And you're going to save it as a picture on your device, and it saves on your photos. Press on done, and then it's time for the next step. So the next step, what I do is head on to IBS Paint X, and I import my picture, and I import the one with these lines and camera lens, and yeah, it should look like this. So what I do is I press on this number one right here, and I press on the camera one. It says import from photo library, so I press on that, and I import the one that's my character. So I just adjust it to my sizing and liking, but I do tend to adjust it a lot afterwards, but yeah. So I'm just going to add it on right here. And I don't like to make it too big because sometimes I like to add other details into the thumbnail, so I try and make it, you know, minimalized. And so I press on magic wand, and I press onto the green screen, and it just puts these lines around the green screen. And then I also go into the little crevices because obviously it can't just press on the whole thing without knowing where it is. And then I press on, oopsies. Then I press on the number 2 because I should have my character on there. And then I'm going to be pressing on this thing and it says clear layer, so it should take away the green screen. Then I press on the remove selection and it should look like this. So the next thing I do is press on filter and I go on to all and I scroll down until I see stroke both, and it should look like this like red thing. So I press on it and it gives these white lines across the character, and I obviously press the tick. Then I'll press on eraser because sometimes it does tend to give these white lines, so I'm just going to go ahead and erase that because obviously it's not on the same layer as the background, so it won't erase the whole background. So it should look like this. So now that I've put down all of my pictures and done mostly the basics, I'm going to start with editing my character. This is pretty basic as well because I taught myself how to do this myself, and it honestly didn't take that much time. I mean, I'm a former gadget editor, so I kind of know a lot of these things like behind my back, but yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go and do the same thing that I did with the green screen on Magic Wand, except it's going to be on my skin right here, and I'm just going to be doing that. And this is how I add shadows. So as you see, now that I've got the Magic Wand around my character, I'm going to press on brush. Then I'm going to make sure the brush is black and the colour is black. And I'm going to put the opacity down. Oopsies. I'm going to put the opacity down on the brush. And I'm just going to go check that real quick. Make sure it's not too dark. And when I think I've got a good shade or opacity, I'm going to go with my character and I'm going to make sure the brush is the right size. And the brush I'm using right now is just a digital pen because I don't really use that much for this. And I just go across the head like so. And sometimes it does take a while to do, but yeah, sometimes I get it on my first go, sometimes I don't. And I like to do that on the neck as well. And on the hands, and if you want, don't go like that because in IVS paint it just overlaps it and it just looked really weird. So just make sure you do it in one stroke so that it doesn't look like that. Doing is the blush, I think. So basically I'm just going to go on brush and I'm going to go scroll down to airbrush normal, and then I'm going to go to the color and I'm going to select this red right here and I'm just going to put it a bit down. And I'm just going to lower the opacity a bit as well because I don't really want it to be too bright. And then I just go in the brush tool and go over my cheeks like so to make them nice and rosy, which is really, really cute. And I'm also going to be doing the shading with the clothes, which is basically the same thing. So I'm just going to grab my magic wand and I'm just going to go over the segments of the clothing like so. And I'm also going to be doing that with the overalls as well. Pretty simple. I don't really go into that much detail when I go into shading because I'm not really a detailed thumbnail maker. I never really used to make thumbnails, so now that I do, it's a bit difficult, so yeah. So I'll be right back once I've gone over each segment of the clothing with my magic wand. Just gone and put my magic wand on the segment of the clothing now. So I'm going to press on brush and I'm going to go back to digital pen. And I'm going to go back to the black and the opacity is going to stay as it was. And I'm going to make the brush a bit bigger now because it obviously won't fit the whole clothing. I'm just going to go like this and shade in that piece of clothing right here. I was going to change the colour of the outfit today, but I feel like it'll be a little bit too complicated, so I'm just going to go with this. Then I'm going to press on Magic Wand, and again, I'm going to remove the selection. So it looks like this, pretty simple. And the last thing I like to edit is some like extra details on the face, like hair strings, strands, and sometimes some makeup on the character. So I'm going to be doing that right now, and I'll be right back once that is done because it's just basically about drawing, so yeah. Now that I've added some extra little details to the character, I'm going to go ahead and press on this arrow right here. And it says save as PNG, save a transparent PNG, back to my gallery or settings, and then press on save as PNG, and it just saves it to my camera roll. So the app called Phonto, which is where I add my titles in my videos, which makes it pretty simple. So I'm just going to press on the blank canvas and it says photo albums, which I'm going to press. And it's going to show me my recent, so I'm just going to add this one right here, which is the one that I just made. And it should look like this. Then you should press anywhere on the picture, it can be anywhere honestly, and just press it and it should add text, and press on that. Then you're going to be adding your text. So for this I'm just going to be writing easy as thumbnail tutorial, so I'm going to be adding that. Okay, so for the font I'm going to be using Starborn because it's one of my favourites. I don't really have that many fonts because I am looking to get some better ones on here, but if you want to know how to add fonts then I can post a video of that. and it should just look like really small and white text colouring. So I'm just going to press on size, and I'm going to make it a bit bigger because obviously I don't want it to be too small. And I'm just going to go ahead and scroll like to the left, and it should say curve, so I'm gonna curve it, and I'm gonna actually make it a little bit smaller because I feel like it's a bit too big. And I'm gonna go ahead and press on style, and this is where I can put my, like, make it coloured and stuff. So I'm gonna press on stroke first, and I'm gonna make the stroke black so that the outside of it is black. And I'm gonna go back onto text, and to do the gradient, which I'm actually gonna be doing in this video, I'm gonna be pressing on create colour pattern. Then it says character by character, I just press on that. Then it says gradient is the second one that I use. And then I can choose the colours that I want to put in the gradient. So for this one, I'm just going to be doing a rainbow one because it's pretty simple and it always looks cute. So I'm going to be doing that. I make the colours, I'm going to be using the pastel more colours on this because, you know, it's very, very cute. And I'm going to press on apply and done. And it should look like this. I'm just going to adjust it a bit more. And yeah, so I'm also going to be doing that with tutorial because I haven't put that yet. And I'm press on done and size, and I'm just going to do what I just did right there, so I'm going to be right back once I've done that. Okay, so now I'm going to be adding some emojis to make it look super duper cute. So I think I'm going to use this star one, and I'm going to make the size a bit bigger, and I'm going to be tilting it so that it's on its side like so. And so that it's not overlapping, just press on the text underneath it and it'll just go over. And I'm just going to add some more thumbnail emojis, like, I don't know. I'm just going to be using the flowers, which is really cute. And again, I'm just going to make sure it overlaps those emojis. And yeah, it should look a bit like this. So I'm going to be adding one last text. And I always put with voice in my thumbnail so that people know that I'm actually speaking in it. Because I do put it in my titles, but sometimes people can't see that, so yeah. And then I press on style again, stroke. I'm just going to make this really, really simple, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, like so. And I'm just going to find a nice spot to put that in my videos thumbnail. It does take a little bit of time to find a good spot for some of these things, and a good size and a good, you know, style and stuff. So now that I've done that, I'm going to press on this, and it should say save image, which is where I'm going to save it. And it should say save successfully, and you're just going to press OK. So this is how our thumbnail turned out, and the last step that I like to do is I like to go ahead into an app called Colour Tone, and it should just be in this kind of shape. It's not really the best format for iPad, but I'm going to press on my thumbnail and it's just going to export it, and I'm going to press on edit. Then I have loads of filters here, and there's like ones like Bokeh and Bora Bora and stuff like that, but I use Seychelles because I think it's such a cute, like, filter. It's honestly, I always use this. Ever since I've used a filter, I've always used this filter. So yeah, anyways guys, that'll be it for our thumbnail tutorial, and if you want to see more tutorials, then comment down below and I will be doing that. Anyways guys, I just wanted to say before this video ends, thank you so much for almost 1,000 subscribers. You guys mean the world to me. Anyways guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.